Hey everybody, good energy to you guys. So as I'm, just sitting here, going over things in my head and heart. It's interesting how, especially in the times that we're in, I feel, I don't know, maybe it's just the spot I'm in my life, but the masks, like every time I see these masks, and this is nothing against COVID or anything like that. I'm not talking about from a health perspective. I'm just saying symbolically, the way I feel when I see these masks, especially when I see them like all over like advertisements, and I feel like they're being pushed a certain type of way. I get a sinister feeling. Again, I'm not discrediting their effectiveness or anything like that, or making any type of medical, statements regarding the masks. I'm just telling you how I feel when I see them. And then, just along with the masks is, just this, especially just suburbia living, like the way, I don't know how everybody else's families are, but the general vibe is there's a lot of like, I don't even know the definition of the word superficiality, but it feels very superficial. It feels very surface level communication. There's not much deepness shared amongst people around here. And it's very, it's not fun. It's not good to be around. Like it's it's not them. It's just that permeation is, it makes your soul yearn for something more, and I think this is where like, cause I started feeling the temptation to want to get fucked up and just like, I can't fucking stand another, it's gonna be real. Like I'm, just thinking about standing another night in this room and everything starts to build up and, you try to look at the same things you usually do to help deal with those situations, and that doesn't help, and really what you need, at least what I need in those situations that's, more healthy than getting fucked up, because getting fucked up will calm that down. It will quell that, that loneliness in your heart. It will give you something else, besides yourself. You'll be consuming an herb, a plant, whatever fucking variation of substance you put in yourself. And that in itself is like another entity, another pattern of information, right? So, it will help with that, but it's destructive, and it's relying on something outside of your own organically, naturally, one could say God designed, body or way of being, because our bodies are capable of a lot of things. It's just, it depends on our routine and the way we go about living, what we choose to pay our energy and attention to, So if you continue to get used to getting fucked up all the time, you're going to keep on getting fucked up, and you're never going to learn from that, that pain that you keep on trying to, drown out. So that's why, doing these things all the time, that perpetuation, that word perpetuation, I keep using that word because that's the problem with the world today, is we live in a society that's perpetuating evil, and most people don't even know it, or they don't want to know it. Or a drug addict continues to perpetuate a slow suicide. I think in their hearts a lot of times they know what they're doing, but people around him, like, he's really like fucking, there's some serious shit going on inside of him, man. People are perpetuating all sorts of, lower vibrational fucking, just pain, spells that are, from being hurt inside, not knowing how to deal with their own shit. And, again, I'm not trying to, just speaking, and, for those who've been very good at being a good example for speaking, thank you, because it is very much, being able to speak your truth, there is something that's very fulfilling, and knowing that you've been heard, maybe even like listened to, and not necessarily you have to be agreed, but just know that you've been heard, and then also just from speaking, you can unravel things that are going on within yourself, because when you speak these sounds, there's reverberation that goes into the ethers, and things come back at you too, whereas when you're just thinking, it's a different type of reverberation, but when you actually speak it out, it's more of a pronunciation. There's more energy going into my breath and me speaking than there is into me thinking, is what it is. So there's more of a return because you're putting more effort out. So speaking is really powerful, man. And again, going back to those masks, I guess it's like, you know, trying to speak with those masks on, it's like fucking, you know, I already have kind of a little bit of respiratory issues, so for me it's even more challenging. But you can't see people's facial expressions as much, like you can't really hear them as much, and it just like the whole thing is like, how are you gonna have a deep conversation with somebody when they got a mask on all the time? Like it's just fucking, again, there's nothing against the medical, you know, theory behind all that, just saying from a symbolic perspective how that feels. You know, when I wear it too, I notice a complete difference in my persona. Like I feel like more of just a canvas rather than an actual face or an, you know, character of my own unique self. I feel more of just this blended in piece of everything else and something unique. So anyway, hope you all are doing all right. I love you guys. Have a good day. Bye.